Hi, welcome to Soul Stream Media. I'm your host, Stacy St. Clair, and I'm so excited to have Susann Taylor Shier with me today of Soul Mastery. And Susann is an internationally acclaimed author, spiritual counselor, intuitive healer, and medium. She's the founder of Soul Mastery, which you can find her at soulmastery.net. Welcome, Susann. Before I tell them more about you, I just want to
I'm
say
so glad to be here, Stacy. I love our connection.
yes. And
Yeah.
I want to tell everyone, and part of our connection is that Susann reads the Akashic Records and teaches how to access and live from the magnificence of your soul gifts, strengths, and purposes in this world. She has a rare gift of catalyzing the luminous bridge between the soul and your reunion with a life of joy in an easy, practical way. She has inspired tens of thousands for 33 years, combining her exquisite connection to the divine with her training as a psychotherapist, inspiring the revelation of each person's inherent spiritual wealth to flourish and thrive. She teaches many courses, which we're going to hear about, and she has some many amazing retreats coming up in 2026. Susann's heart wisdom will open you to live authentically and create a life you love and help you access your soul power, passion, and purpose. Her four books, Soul Mastery, Accessing the Gifts of Your Soul, Soul Radiance, Bring Your Soul Riches to Life, and Soul Reunion, The Return Home from Separation, and A Soul's Journey to Sacred Love serve as the foundation for her unique, profound work. And I know you have a fifth book. Tell us about that, and then we're
Okay.
gonna, and we're also. I'm so excited because Susann is going to give us some amazing guidance for this upcoming year, which we all feel like we're out of the void now, and we're really ready to launch into 20.
Yay!
Yay! So tell us about your fifth book.
The fifth book is called Practical Magic Intuitive Guidance for Your, wait a minute, Intuitive Magic Practical Guidance for Awakening Your Soul's Gifts. I always get it tongue twisted because I changed it 4 times. So, intuition, practical guidance for your intuition to bring forth the beauty of the intuitive knowledge that we all know we have. We just haven't been able to get to it and figure it out and feel like it can be part of our lives. So,
Yeah,
very
I
practical.
think if we're in this culture of work work do, so we can't hear that intuition.
Right.
So how what do you recommend to help us transition from work, work, do to more using, connecting with the intuition to utilize that power, which I believe, do you believe also it's way more powerful than do
I
more,
do. I do
do
believe.
more, do more,
I
work
do believe. I
more.
can't imagine living without it, actually. So I say for the people, first step is to remember that your intuition is a so-called invisible part of you. But it's your heart connection to your intuition that makes it blossom and grow. So for instance, if you get into a new relationship, either with a partner, a baby, a puppy, right? You think of that person all the time. They're with you, the person, the puppy, whatever it is. So develop a relationship. Imagine it. So you're going to just walk around imagining, hi guys, I know you're with me, talking to your guides. I know you're with me. My intuition works through us together. Develop a relationship. It's really fun. And feel as though you are an expanded part of your intuition. It helps you be an expanded sense of self. And the other one is to know the difference between your intuitive voice and your mental voice. So if you feel like you get some intuitive something, particularly for another person, because usually it's easier to get something for another person, right? Notice where you heard that voice or felt that knowing, where it came from, and then compare it to your mental thinking voice and go, oh, when I'm thinking really hard, I'm over here. maybe on the right side of your brain. It doesn't matter wherever it comes from. It's unique for everybody. And then when you get your intuition, it's like a flyby over your head. You go, oh, that I can know the difference. So if something comes over your ear, you go, that's my head. And if you feel something in a little different place, you go, oh, that's my intuition. How fun is that?
Yeah, I
So
think everyone kind of has different ways, right, of feeling, hearing. I will hear an outside voice sometimes. It's
yeah,
not in
yeah.
my head. It's out here.
Yeah, but it's a part of you because we
Yeah.
really are meant to be that expanded and that multidimensional for sure. Yeah, when we think of our soul gifts, for instance, they are part of our energy field and they live in us as well, but we access them. We access our intuition through being in our expanded sense of self.
And
And
nature helps me. I a
yeah,
3.5 mile walk with my, higher power, God, whatever anybody might call it, God, and
sure.
my guides. Um, that really, I will hear some solution.
Yeah, beautiful things that come through. And your dog loves that we're talking about this.
Sorry. Let me let
Yeah.
the dog out.
Okay. Oh, all right. Ah,
She's taking care of business.
yeah, yeah. I'm being a dog today. I'm
Sorry.
a dog. Oh, that's great.
Okay, so we can really start using our intuition more going into 2026.
Yes, there's going to be way more access to that higher intelligence. That's how I want you to feel it, as a higher intelligence, a higher wisdom. So that as we walk across the bumpy road, go down the river and get to the rapids and things like that, or if there's feels like it's a lightning strike, I have all these elemental examples, but that's the way it's going to be still, but it's going to be way brighter. But as you go along and the lightning comes in and you're like, what? You will learn how to be in a wiser place and just be able to go, okay, I see from a larger perspective what's going on here. And
Mm.
that's sort of like child's play. That's silly. Okay. Making it more ridiculous. Just laugh at it. This is
Mm.
ridiculous. It does not have anything to do with the light that we know is coming forward and the world we are creating.
Mm.
So you will have more sense of your own personal wisdom and perception to call on. So do. So that's going to be very exciting. Excuse me, part of 2026. Yeah, it'll be easier to access it. Yay.
Yay, that's
Mhm,
fantastic.
mhm. It's also a time to be what I call a creative warrior for your unique life and the truth of your voice and the truth of your soul gifts. A creative warrior. Now, some people go, I don't want to be a warrior. There's enough war going on.
Mhm.
A warrior for creation of you. Okay. So that you are fierce about, well, I'm going to come forward this year. I'm going to do this. I'm
Mm.
going to make the most of my life. I'm going to stop whining about the fact that things aren't going well, so called, on the planet, and start to create my life. As you create your life, it puts more creative energy into the pot for more people to wake up and go, wow, there's something beyond all this destruction and cruelty that I want to be part of. It's an energy, and each one will find their way in it. But there has to be a beacon of creativity. I'm not just talking about art projects, I'm
Mm.
talking about creating a life, soul guided life, heart
Mm.
anchored life. And that's what we're looking forward to. There will be big prizes coming forward, like dogs
We have
barking.
visitors, yeah.
Yeah, just when you don't want them to.
Oh, yeah, she's seeing the light.
Yeah.
What do I do with you? Okay, you're gonna go upstairs.
In or out or up or down. We'll have lots of surprises this year that will come out of the blue. How we handle them, I'm just going to keep going with your fun audience. How we
Yes, thank
handle
you.
those things is going to be paramount to how the earth goes. So we're learning to not be so afraid of the unknown and the so-called surprises, because really nothing can surprise us anymore. It's like, well, of course that's going to happen. Duh, right?
Right.
If people want to destroy the planet, they're going to do obvious things. And we are creating the antidote to that, which is creating a new place for everyone in the world, for sure. Yeah.
That's great. Now you so you lead groups and retreats, but you do one-on-one coaching?
I do.
Okay, great. And for everybody watching, we'll put all the links
Yeah.
for Susann's retreats in 2026. She has a free, complimentary free this coming Friday, which is January
Yeah.
2nd.
It's called
Tell us
Wisdom
about that real
Predictions.
quickly
Sure.
before I want
Yeah,
give you
yeah.
my question.
Okay. Predictions, potentials, and wisdom. So we'll talk about it more in depth. It's January 2nd, this Friday, 12 noon Pacific time. And there will be a recording. There will be a recording. And you can get the link. You don't have to sign up. It's all right there in the link below. You'll see the Zoom link. But so in this time, we will talk about 2026 and what it's going to look like in more depth, which I've been doing a lot of research, isn't quite the word, tuning into, and the astrologers are so excited about this year. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The
Leos,
year of the
apparently
fire
it's
war.
going to be my year, Leos.
Nice.
And
nice.
Libras, and I'm Libra rising, so I only know a little bit. I know that brings me to my point. I only know a little bit enough to check out the men that I date so that I don't.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So interesting. Well, speaking of that, speaking of creativity, creating our lives, if a client came to you, one-on-one client, and I'm asking for a friend. She's really ready for her soulmate. Like, I think to the point where she feels that it's a little unhealthy how long she's been alone.
Right. It can feel that way. Yeah.
So what would you, to create that, what would you say? Or maybe her soulmate's in front of her. Maybe it's one of the 5 men that they don't quite get time with her because she's so busy traveling and this and that. And she's done the apps, which was fun, which was so fun. Yeah. Anyway, what would you say to this friend of mine?
Doing all that's needed, but there's a heart piece that hasn't been gone into. Is that a funny phrase? Yes. So I look at the soul of a person, and I look at their soul gifts and purposes and strengths, and help you bring that woman forward she has a sense of her core soul gifts. So she knows what it is she is offering and what it is she wants to receive. And she has a heart harmony with that person energetically so they can find her. And then we release the challenges at a soul level that have kept I won't call it quite barrier, but it's just kept a sense of it's not possible. And it's more in the soul subconscious. So we're doing everything we can, right? And nothing's happening. It's because this old soul wound is up saying it's going to hurt you more than it's going to help you, as an example, right? And you're like, I don't think that, but underneath there's a protective mechanism that says it's going to hurt you, past stuff, past lives, you name it. So we want to release that old way of being and bring in the new, which is heart harmony with more of what I would call divine love instead of human love. So you can find someone who's conscious and really understands who you are.
All of it. Well, so what I've witnessed, what I've observed of this friend of mine, is maybe there's been a attraction to I don't want to really say unavailable. I want to say maybe the bad boy vibe, and not even that so much more, but maybe verging on the unavailable
Yeah,
men, but super fun, super. She definitely needs excitement. That
sure.
fun
Well,
also
the
with that.
unavailable is the parts of her heart that are actually unavailable to a deeper person. So she will attract the fun people, the
Mm-hmm.
outgoing people, the people that are, enjoying life, but
Mm-hmm.
don't have a commitment to a heart connection. And that's where her heart feels like
Mm-hmm.
it's losing out on that part of her that wants intimacy and a love connection that feels stable and supported. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
So
Okay.
that's what I help people with. Yeah, those anything and everything, but I do it
That's
at a
great.
soul level. So you can get right to the root of things and don't have to fuss about what your parents weren't or were or who your previous partners were
Right.
or experiences. No. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Mhm.
Um, okay. And then I think everyone's next top subject, again, I know you're going to go to the soul level,
Mhm.
but what are some of the blocks on the soul level if someone, isn't reaching their financial goals or their career
Mhm.
goals?
Mhm. One of the biggest blocks in that regard is a sense of not feeling fully engaged in the life of a human. I know that sounds
Mhm.
funny, but
Mhm.
there's a sense of wanting to, well, there's a combination. Often there's a sense of, I'm not fully engaged, right, in this life. And that's how we get into spirituality sometimes, which is a oops. If we're trying to get out of this life, it's hurtful, it's not working for us. So we get into the spiritual connection, and then we live up here, and we don't have the two put together. So there isn't a feeling of my connection to the universe, which is abundant, right? Completely abundant, completely powerful. That has to be brought in. And that's what I help people do, bring that connection in to engage that force, that fuel of abundance into your life. And then you
So it's
feel like
not
you're,
a, yeah, so it's not a lack of motivation. Sometimes I think it
no,
can feel like a lack
no.
of motivation or
Mm-mm.
that
Th-
block.
Those are just those are just thoughts and beliefs, and at the human level, it's a feeling of, just being held, feeling like if I fully engage, and this will go back to the heart as well. If I fully engage in life, it will be hurtful. I can't fully create the abundant self that I am, and therefore reflect back the abundance of um, resources that I need to create even more of an abundant life so that the cycle keeps rolling along. Yeah. Can
Hmm.
you feel how that can work?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
For whatever we want to create, whether it's a soulmate relationship, financial wealth,
Yes.
for fulfillment, to feel fulfilled
Yes.
in life and feel whole is like the greatest gift.
There is
And
absolutely the greatest gift there is. And that's why I got into the depth of the work that I do, is because I can help people to be fulfilled and whole no matter what. Because
no
that's a
matter what.
soul level, heart level place that we live in.
Yeah, to
Uh-huh.
be in that place of no matter what comes along,
Yeah.
what ending
Mm.
comes along,
Yes.
to
Yeah.
know that it's every ending is a new beginning.
Right. There's a
Yeah.
deeper heart still anchored and stable within us, right? That we're always creating from, and that never goes away. When, people have breakups, I often say to them, because the feeling is, and we've all had
Congratulations. That's what I
it.
say.
No, well, yes and no, but the feeling is without that person, because they gave you certain qualities. There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. Without
Yeah.
that person, I feel empty. And I remind people that
Mm.
you, the person that's heart is bleeding, you created that relationship. It's a reflection of what you created. They were a catalyst for what you felt in your life. That will never go away. So if you feel yourself and go, oh my gosh, there were parts of that relationship that were jewels, that were rich and wonderful, I hold those as sacred and move forward from here. Yes, will there be tears? Of course there will. But that's something you can hold on to, as I created the beauty of the relationship because it was what I did that allowed it. And we did it in co-creation, but she was a reflection of my heart, and that stays intact and grows from here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Can you feel a difference with that? I'm just moving
I
my screen
Yeah,
up.
I did. I
Good.
felt your message with the heart for that friend. Our connection.
We all have friends like that.
I'm just teasing. I love to say that I'm asking for a friend. It's about me. Yeah, no,
Because
but
your friend probably has some of the same situations, and that's understandable for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Because you are your best friend.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about, tell the viewers about the Akashic Records, because that is our connection,
Yes.
and not everybody knows what are the Akashic Records and
Nice.
how can we utilize our Akashic Records.
Mhm, mhm. So for me, it's fairly simple. The Akashic Records are the records of all knowledge for all souls for all time. So it gives you a chance to access your soul. When you have a draw to the Akashic Records, it's because you want to access your soul. The soul is connected to everything everywhere. What is the soul, people say? It's just that place inside of you that is not going anywhere. It resides in every cell in your body, but you can feel it in what I call your sacred heart, which is the space behind your physical heart. So the Akashic Records is, I find it's an expanded field, a creative field where all your soul gifts and strengths and purposes live. So when I have sessions and group things with people and retreats, anything, we access that larger field so you can get in touch with the personality of your soul, who you are as a soul, so you can live from that richer, wealthier place of you.
Yeah, it sounds like our authentic self,
Yes,
our higher self. Yeah.
yes, the highest.
Like shedding without the human personality, so to speak.
Yes,
Or I mean, it's all one, but yeah, we become. I know for me, in anytime I had a Akashic session, it was almost like the feeling I was in a vortex.
yes.
Time stopped. I could only speak truth.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
amazing. And then
it's
also, I
amazing.
feel like the more time we meditate in the Akashic energy, the higher our vibration becomes, which is the cosmic joke I think about that is that once we're raising our vibration requires the shedding of the defects of character, the personality, the fears,
Mhm.
the survival skills,
Sure, the survival
we
skills is a
used,
great
and
way to put it.
you're left with that authentic self.
Yes, but I find I do it differently. I find that if you, just like you said, when you connect to the beauty of the truth of who you are, the authentic nature, and I take people on little guided journeys to connect with that. When you connect with that and bring that into your body, and we do it very deliberately to make it real within you, the old flushes away because the truth just takes over because that's what you value more. Whatever you value the most will live within you. And when you do that, you don't have to work so hard about getting rid of the other. And I have a whole process, it's called the soul reunion process, which helps you. And here we are. Hello, you audience, which helps you to be able to not keep working at releasing those parts of you, but finding the gold behind those parts. Because most of our fears, resistances are old protective mechanisms. And as you bring in what you value more, you're saying, I don't need that protection because now I have the jewel that I am available. And that part of you that was held back by the protective mechanism, right? The survival mechanism, can breathe again and become a part of you and become more of your wholeness. So you're always focusing on creating wholeness instead of getting rid of everything, because that could take eons and we don't have time for that anymore if we want to have a great life.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Focus on the
Very
wholeness.
different. Yeah.
Yes, that does come from a different angle. I love that.
It's good.
Oh,
It's good.
this has been so wonderful. So tell everyone about, you told us about this upcoming Friday, just
Yes,
to
just
circle
right
back,
around the corner, and it will be recorded.
noon
So
Pacific.
you can,
And,
listen to it for the next month if you don't hear this.
and I'm sure there'll be so much we'll have to watch it a few times.
Yeah.
And thank you for that gift. Thank you
Of
for that
course,
gift.
of course.
A free class. And then what will be next? So you have
What is
January
next?
2nd. What's next?
Two favorite things always are in the first part of the year because it's just a great time to move forward, particularly this year, is what I call a 6-month soul mastery initiation and spiritual coaching training. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be a spiritual coach or want to be a spiritual coach. It's about how to be in mastery of your life. And we just keep going and going and going, and with an incredible tribe of people. Community is very important to this year. So we keep going with this tribe of people, and the group dynamic magnifies being fully embodied in all you are and learning how to easily release these old soul challenges, soul wounds, and learn how to be able to help yourself, your friends, your family. And if you want to be a coach, great, you can help them as well and do all sorts of releasing, clearing work. Yeah.
That
It's so
sounds
much
like
fun.
an incredibly supportive immersion.
Yes.
How long does that last?
6 months. Every
6
time we get
months.
together live, it's not modules. We get together live every 2 weeks. So it's a very intimate, wonderful group. Yeah, very
Great. And then you wrap up in the
in
Cayman Islands?
April. We start the end of January 28th, and we go until the solstice. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And then when is the Cayman Island retreat?
And
Very
Grand Cayman
popular.
Island
I know it
retreat.
sells out quickly. We'll have a link. Also, there's a link below for
Yeah,
this.
it will for sure. I haven't started advertising it yet. April 19th to the 26th, which is a great time to be there. It's not too hot and there's no hurricanes, but the water, oh my God, is so beautiful. So we will have our sessions and our meditations, and then we go out and play in the water. So it's like a retreat adventure. It's like a spiritual vacation, which is the best. Right?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Good time of the year to do that in
It
April.
really is. It really is. Yeah.
Is there anything else that comes to mind or through the Akashic Records that you want to share with the audience?
Yeah, this is a year of amplification. Amplification of everything. So I'm here to help you amplify what your soul wants to bring forward and what the soul of humanity wants to bring forward, because it's all present. You could say it's hovering. We're going to see all sorts of wonderful things happening this year as you're guided by your soul and you start to feel the oneness of the soul of humanity coming forward. You're going to be able to start saying, oh, that's why I came. And you'll start to feel more of a sense of purpose for being here. Even if you're just a grandmother, even if you just work at the local grocery store, you will start to feel more of your sense of, I'm on purpose, even if this is just where I am, so to speak, now. There's an acceptance of the deeper meaning of your life, which is going to be beautiful. And so I encourage you to find that. And of course, that's one of the things I love to do is help people find that. Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, thank
Yeah.
you so much for being on Soulstream Media. So
Absolutely.
excited about January 2nd, Friday's class. I am
Yeah.
so excited about that.
Yes.
Thank
Me
you
too.
so
Me
much,
too.
Susan.
You're so welcome, Stacy. Great to be with you and all your puppies.
Yeah, sorry everyone about
No,
her name's Gracie.
hi, Gracie.
She's divinely in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Thanks, everyone. And again, I want to say you can also find Susan at soulmastery.net. And then check all the links below for the free class, the 6-month workshop, and the Cancun retreat.
Grand Cayman Island. Grand Cayman
Grand
Island.
Cayman Islands. Grand Cayman Islands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Namaste.
Bye.